All right, so we're getting into the last set in this particular section. This is actually one of the easiest sets if you know how to go about. In fact, it's not too much to think about. It uses the basic idea of ratios, proportionality, dealing with proportionality constants and things like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at this set. So the question basically says that there is a bubble graph which has three elements to it. There is a cost of a land, there is a size of the land in meter square, and the distance from the airport. And of course, as we all know, in a city, the cost is a function of the size of the land as well as the distance, proximity of it from the center of the city or from the airport or from the railway station or something like that. So we have to first understand what is the relationship between the cost, the area, and the distance. So that is the first part to this question. So let's go ahead and take a look at this data given to us. So we have, if you start with this first one, let's call it as piece of land A. This A piece of land cost 160 lakhs and 160 lakhs, that is 1.6 crores, and the area is 40 and the distance is 1 kilometer. Similarly, if you look at B, it costs 180, the area is 60 and the distance is 2. Similarly, if you look at C, if you call this as B and this as C, C is 202.5. Then you will notice that this is in between. So this will be approximately 90. So 90 and then the distance is 4. Then let me call this as D, 106.6, 80 and 6. Then E, let me call this as E and this as F. So E is 45 lakhs. The area is 60 and the distance is 8. And finally F, cost is 125 lakhs, the area is 100 and the distance is 8. So now the questions that we have deal with or the questions ask us about if a given area and a given distance, what will be the price. So we need to understand the relationship between these three quantities. So we don't know what exactly is the relationship, but we know it is we know that there is some proportionality that it will work. So we need to figure out what is that proportionality. So I will say this is price, this is your area, and this is your distance D. So I will say the price is proportion to A power n. I don't know what is n. N can be negative, which means then area is inversely proportional. A can be positive, n can be positive, in which case it is directly proportional. I don't know what exactly it is, so let me take it as power n. And I'll also take P is proportional to D power m. Now, if I combine these two, I'll get P proportional to A power n, D power m, or P should be equal to proportionality constant is K into A power n and D power m. Now, let me take the first case, the first plot. So, the first plot P is equal to, by the way, please keep in mind this A and this A are not the same. I mean, this is area A and whereas this is plot A. So, I hope there's no confusion there. So P is K into, now area of the first plot is 40. So 40 power n into the distance is 1 to the power of m. And what is the price? The price is 160. If I use a second equation, 180 is equal to K into 60 power n into 2 power m. Now I will divide these two. If I divide these two, what do I get? I get 2 8s are 2 9s are. So 8 by 9 is equal to 40 by 60 whole power n into 1 by 2 power m. So I'll get 8 by 9 is equal to 2 by 3 whole power n into 1 by 2 power m. And this becomes 2 power n minus m by 3 power n. Now you can notice that 2 is there only in the numerator here. This is what? This is 2 cube by 3 square. So the question is crafted, it is created deliberately in such a way that you will get a perfect power of 3 and you'll get a perfect power of n or 2. So from here, you will get n is equal to 2. And n minus m should be equal to 3. So your m should be equal to n minus 3, which is 2 minus 3, which is minus 1. So your final relationship is P is equal to K times A area power n, n is 2, and D distance power minus 1. So P is equal to K A square by D. This is the formula. So you will generate the formula. Now, you'll also have to find the value of k, which is a proportionality constant. You can easily find that by taking any one of the equations and substituting it. Let's take the first equation itself. So you will get P, which is 160, is equal to k into area square is 40 into 40 divided by distance. Distance is 1. So your k will be 1 by 10. So finally, you'll get your formula as P equal to a square by 10d. So this, till this point, there is hardly any DI actually. It's mostly maths, quant, right? So if you're comfortable in ratios, proportionality, variations kind of topics, this would have been a walk in the park for you. Now let's go ahead and solve the questions. So the formula is P equal to a by 10d, a square by 10d. Now the first question. From the graph, it can be concluded that the cost of a vacant plot is directly proportional to its distance from the airport. No. So what is the formula? Price is a square by 10d. So with respect to distance, it is inversely proportional. So not directly. What about its area? It's not directly proportional to area. It is directly proportional to area square. Square of its area is the correct answer. So the answer is option C. Right? Let's move on to the next one. What could be the cost of a vacant plot which is 5 kilometers away? So now we want to find the price. So price is area square by 10d, which is area square is 40 into 40 by 10 into, this is d by the way, distance is 5. This gets cancelled, 5 8s. So 8 4s are 32 lakhs. So the answer will be 32 lakhs. Now, if you're wondering, you could if to see whether you got it correctly or not, you can substitute for C, D, E and C whether the formula works. You'll notice that it works. It will work. Okay, you can do that checking on your own. Anyway, so continuing with this, question number 18 is done. Right. So we are talking about the 19th question now. This is basically a question where 4 options are given to us and the person is said to have a budget of 100 lakhs. That's about 1 crore. So we need to figure out which of these 4 plots will be within the budget. So if you look at the first plot, the formula by now we already know is the price is equal to a square by 10d. So the price for the first plot will turn out to be 150 into 150 by 10 into distance is 16. So 10 gets cancelled, 3 5s are, okay, 3 doesn't go, sorry, there's 15. So this is 2250 by 16. This is more than 100. You can clearly see 1600 is 1600. So this is greater than 100. So this will not be in your budget. Similarly, if you look at 90, so 90 into 90 by 3 into 10. This gets cancelled, 3 3s are, this is 270. So 2.7 crores out of the budget. Third one, 100 into 100 by 10 into 10. So this gets cancelled, you'll get exactly 100. So this will be the answer, but just verify the last one also. 80 into 80 by 4 into 10. This gets cancelled. 4 2s are, this is 160. Clearly, this is more than 100. So C is the correct answer. This is actually a very, very easy set. 12 marks up, right there for the grabbing. Then we have the last question. If 2 friends wish to buy plots at least 75 meter square area, each from the available 6 plots, such that the sum of the distances from their home to Ghena airport is also minimum, then the total amount they pay for the 2 plots together is. So each plot should be 75. So let's take a look at what are the possibilities. This is gone, this is gone, this is gone. So 75, this is the this is one plot available and this is the other plot available. So you have 202.5, 106.6. Why am I not taking this? The 125 one, because the distance is higher. I want the least possible distances. So these two are what I want. So this is 6 plus 5, 11. 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 309.1. So the answer should be 309.1, which is option A. This is actually a dead easy question. In fact, even if you did not know how to solve this question, you could have got it just by looking at the graph, right? So this is the easy set. So if you have reached the end part of the test, you would have got 12 marks. But if you got stuck somewhere in between, you would have, lost an easy set like this. So make sure that you always read all the 4 sets, because you don't know which of 4 or 5 sets, because you don't know which set is going to be easy, which set is going to be difficult, right? Thank you, friends. See you in the next mock analysis.